Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So my name is Siti Amirah binti Abdullah. So basically I'm the one of the student who is taking or who is ongoing with the bachelor in psychology. So right now I'm here to make some discussions or which is like report meeting with my staff to discuss about the effects of the shorter working hours trial. So here I state in my slide why working hours should be reduced. So we are going to make discussions about this topic. So actually by reducing the working hours, actually we can have a better work life balance, and also with the reductions in hours, actually employees will have more time to spend with their families, their friends, and also you can lead the happier workforce, employee satisfactions, and therefore we can make a higher work productivity. So talking about reducing working hours, actually there are few benefits of it about it, which is a better work-life balance, as I said just now, and also this is a time that we can focus and we can feeling energized. And actually if we are having a maximum of the working hours in our daily life, actually we can have a few errors, and it could also be a lot of errors. So this is the time that we can say bye-bye to errors. And the last one is more clarify on timeliness. Okay, time to focus mean actually you could truly believe that by cutting the back on hours might mess up project the deadlines. With the less working hours, on the other hand, we can encourage employees to plan of their schedules according to predetermined deadlines, and also these things can help them to make them the most of their working hours and fulfills all of their commitment on time. Okay, so it means that by reducing the working hours, yes, we can make our staff more focused, and this will increase the productivities of project that we are going to go through with them. Okay, the third one is the our staff and also us can feeling energized, which is actually according to research, making mistake when working while fatigue is a very big problem. Actually, working when we are feeling fatigue impairs our ability to manage our own emotional reactions, perhaps resulting in unprofessional outbursts, as well as our ability to understand the physical signs like body language, facial expressions. By working fewer hours can therefore help to avoid mistake. We can maintain our professionalism, and we can produce the high quality of work, especially during Ramadan, when the majority of employees fast the entire day. So actually by having by working to the maximum time without any productivity is such a waste. So by reducing the working hours time, actually we can make them to feel energized. So when they are feeling energized, they will increasing their productivity on their work. That's the point. Okay, Bye-bye to errors means, according to research too, making mistake while working, while we are too exhausted. Working when we are tired, we can affect our ability to manage our own emotional reaction. Same goes to the feeling energized, which may result in unprofessional outbursts, as well as our ability to understand physical signs like facial expression and body language. Working fewer hours therefore help us to avoid mistakes, maintain professionalism, and actually it just same with the feeling energized. So here you can see that by reducing the hours of working, it brings a lot of the benefits to us. As I said just now, our staff and also us can feel energized, and when we feel energized, we can focus to our works, and this means that we can reduce the errors or common mistake that we are like to do. We used to do before. Okay. The fifth one is more clarity on timeliness. You could truly believe that cutting back on hours might mess up the project of deadlines. Less working hours, on the other hand, actually encourage employees to plan their schedules according to predetermined deadlines, which can help them to make the most of their working hours and fulfills all of their commitment on time. Okay, in anything that we do in our daily life, if there are a benefit, there will also be have some limitations. Okay, so in these cases, actually, we can see that just now, there are lots of benefits by reducing working hours, but also at this time, we also have some limitations on that. Okay, some limitations that we usually find by reducing the working hours. Actually we can have a balancing shift patterns. We can also compress hours, can turn up to the pressure. Compensating employers for reduced hours can be expensive, and also less hours mean less time to get things to be done. Okay, let's go one by one. What is meant by balancing shift patterns? One of the most prominent drawbacks of 4-day work week is that it becomes slightly more difficult to maintain a Monday to Friday, for the examples, business schedules. Some days of the week could be more fiercely fought than others depending on your place of employment. It is possible that everyone decides they want a days off on Monday, Friday, or in the middle of the week. The office may come to a half if there are too many or too few people there. Okay, how about the solutions here? Of course, the easiest solutions that we could make we would be to make a few new workers to make up for the additional time off. However, that isn't always possible. We can ask everyone about their preferred day off in order to determine whether there is already a disagreement. Consider allowing them to work from home, or giving them a half day if they must travel on the date you need them to. The second one is, like I told just now, is compressed hours can turn up to the pressure. Okay, whether or not hours are compressed, a 4 days work which has varieties of drawbacks. People can only focus and work productively for a certain amount of time during 10 hours work days before diminishing returns start to occur. A schedule that is overlocked is also a fast track to burnout. Compensating employees for reduced hours can be expensive. You know, for any smart employers, this is possibly the most evident drawbacks of a 4-day work week. For the example, giving employees the same salary for less hours work can make them can seem like the easy ways to increase their pays. So here, this definitely seems like a great gamble to commit yourself into if you are dubious that reducing hours could enhance productivity. Less hours mean less time to get things done. You know, by reducing the amounts of hours people are required to work is one solution for a day 4-day work week. There is evidence that suggests that this can boost productivity. Actually, however, your workforce might not necessarily think so. You know what? It can be difficult to convince employees to complete the same task in less time. So, this thing also can make them feel stressed and sometimes can make them lack of focus. So actually, this might create a new problem also. Alright, so here the conclusions that I can conclude is, according to these findings, actually reducing working hours while maintaining pay may be a useful workplace interventions to improve employees' well-being, particularly in terms of stress and sleep. More research in various contexts is required to more accurately assess how work time reductions affect other health outcomes. Alright, so here, happy working. Do more of what makes you happy. If you are allowed to work in less hours, in less work day in a week, just try to do what you can do. Just do the best and keep on focus on what you are doing. Alright, so that's all from me. Thank you.